Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, and in today's video, there's actually a very interesting tournament that started today in the game, and I actually do think that this is well worth doing. Check it out, Champion Training Tournament, and this will have different rewards depending on what you have in your account. So for me, you can see actually on the right-hand side, so a guaranteed reward simply from completing the event. Everyone can get it. For me personally, it is a Trunda skin. I already have a Gnut skin. If you have a Gnut skin already, you will get a Gnut skin there instead. And in positions 1, 2, and 3, there are, well, respectively, a 3-star perfect soul for Trunda, a 2-star, and a 1-star. So I'm not actually going to be pushing for this. Is quite chill for me. Because I already have a 2-star perfect soul for Trunda. Unfortunately, I just don't have a Trunda to put it on. But, you know, that means I'm not under too much pressure. But it's a cool one. That could be a pretty big deal. Trunda is basically the best champion for Hydra, right, in the game. Like if I come into Hydra Clash, let's look at a different clan for fun. We look at this guy, like, yeah, he's done 10 times as many points on Brutal as on Nightmare. So forget about these. It's all about this. In which case, yeah, look, Trunda beast mode. With some, what is that, 7? Is that 7 trillion? I don't even know. It's too big to talk about. Humans aren't meant to deal with those big numbers, but Trunda is amazing. So getting a soul for Trunda, actually super worthwhile. But what is so interesting about this to me is if you go in and you actually read the news story about this, check out this. Check out this. For placing first in your group leaderboard, you'll receive either Fire Knight skin for Gnut or the Incinerus skin for Trunda. Or placing first in your group leaderboard. They have clearly changed this. I wonder if this was just, you know, they changed it anyway and they just forgot to change the news, or, which I think might be more likely, in fact, is that the reaction to the Champion Pass was so overwhelmingly negative that they switched the skin over to be a regular reward that everyone can get. It's not a first place thing. It's for everyone to get. They switched it over there to basically throw the community a bone. And yeah, to make people a little bit happier, be like, oh, okay, well, the Champion Pass sucks, but hey, there's a really cool skin available in a tournament. At least that's nice. I can get it. Cool, great. What do you think about that? What do, like, it's pure tinfoil hat, but I believe also, is this right here above my finger? Is this not the coolest? That is the best clan icon in the game I've seen so far. That's amazing. It's super cool. These skins are great as well. I think they're really good. So the Gnut skin, in case you haven't seen it, let me just show you the skin so you see what it is. I'll tell you what I think. I do actually have the Gnut skin. I think it's phenomenal, right? I love his hair change, right? Normal Gnut, he looks cool. He's actually got a man bun. I often have the man bun myself, but he comes in, he's got a flaming, sticking up man bun, which is cool. The flaming eyes. Yeah, and it's just the Fire Knight themed thing, right? Fire Knight shield. I love the, I don't know, neck protector. I don't know what the technical term is for that piece of armor. And then his weapon. Like, he looks so good. This skin is top tier. It's one of the best. So it's super fun, right? Gnut as well is absolutely amazing. One of the best champs in the game, right? Full stop. So a champion you're going to see that skin on all the time. Trunda, like I said, arguably the best champion. In fact, I'd say she is the best champion for Hydra right now. Or she's the best champion for Hydra Clash. Let's say that. Let's say for Hydra, just trying to get, you know, your chests to actually beat the Hydra, I'd say Acrizia is better. But for Hydra Clash, trying to maximize the points for your clan, Trunda is better. The Incinerus skin for Trunda, I think it's pretty cool as well. I will be honest, I do actually prefer the default Trunda skin to either of these other skins for her. I think they're all cool, but I like the default one the best. But this is, there's no question that it's badass. It is cool. I am 100% going to go and get this. And then it's going to be quite fun. I'll have a Trunda soul. I'll have a Trunda skin. Surely that means the Trunda will follow shortly after. We shall see. Yeah, I think, like, even if I don't necessarily love the skin and want to use it all the time, I think it's still a fun thing to collect. And you can freely switch. Like, whenever you want, you can just click the button and switch the skin. So you can bounce between them. I think that's a fun, great, customizable thing. So it's a pretty big win. Honestly, I think it's pretty cool. So I'm delighted they've made this change. I do think that I'm also glad as well. I think that it is just up to a 3-star perfect soul for Trunda. So it's not like too pay to win, right? She is the best jam for Hydra Clash, right? Giving away, like, or making effectively this massive battle tournament to get her soul. It's a little too pay to win. I think that, you know, a 3-star soul is perfectly reasonable. It's not crazy. It's good. It's good value, but it's not crazy. Like 4 or 5-star souls are significantly better. But yeah, that's still an attractive prize to win, right? If you can win this, if you've got a Trunda and you're serious about Hydra Clash and you don't have like any souls for a Trunda, I would absolutely try to win this. Probably is worth it. Part of why I'm saying that as well is, come back to this in a second. Oh, I think I exit off. Oh, I was watching some 10.2. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Oh my God, I put it somewhere else. That's where I've lost it. What did I want to bring up? What I wanted to bring up was the fusions, right? This is something that's really worth looking at as well. We'll come back to the poll I did in a minute. But if we look at the past fusions, part of why I think going hard for this tournament might make sense, we even go back to 2021 here, right? Vlad was a 2021 fusion. That was followed up by Vildrax, who was an epic champion. And then we had the Christmas fusion after that, starting in the middle of December. And this started the 24th of November. Vildrax, that's an easy skip. Like you really don't need that champ. I think I did a video on him recently. We had some fun. He was good, but he's definitely not an essential champion. Like he's a good hexer for Hydra actually on a budget, but he's not essential. We come over to 2022. We had Morrigan, the Halloween fusion, November 24th, Hoskrul, an epic, then into Nishak, the Christmas fusion. Again, Hoskrul, he's a solid epic. He's decent. He does some good stuff, but you don't really need him. It's not that important. So, once again, that's an easy skip. And it's the epic fusion. And both times, by the way, Christmas fusion has been really good. This time around, we've had Timid the Fool, ended on November 8th. So I think it's almost definitely, I can't obviously guarantee this for you, but I think it's super likely. Like Morrigan ended November 9th. I could almost guarantee 24th of November, we'll have the next fusion, or around the 24th. And it's almost definitely going to be an epic fusion. These are usually very easy. You might not even need to do any summoning events to even get them. It might be the sort of thing that you just do because it's simple enough. But these are totally skippable fusions, usually. And I'd expect something really good for December. But yeah, it does mean that you can come in, and I think you can go fairly hard in a champion training tournament, and it's highly unlikely that it's going to impact your fusion chances. I mean, they might break the mold here, break the pattern, and do a legendary fusion next. But I think there's a really good chance it's an epic. I also think it's very likely that we'll see as well a 7-day login champion around the same time, end of November, start of December. I think we'll see a login champion as well to push for the Christmas stuff. And then a big, really good Christmas fusion in the middle of December too. So it's all going to be hitting us. Loads of cool stuff. And I expect new content coming to the game soon as well. So lots of hype coming up to Christmas. Yeah, I think you should definitely go for this if you can. You're going to get half a primal shard, fine, whatever. The rest is like not bad, but not amazing. It's just your standard enough rewards, like an ancient shard. That's fine, cool. But legendary book is good. Going up for the skin, like if you care about skins, I definitely get it. I go for it, right? And then just build up your resources for the next fusion, and it should be pretty chill. So that's sort of my thoughts on that. I thought we would as well, just briefly before the end here, touch on this. I flashed it up briefly there, but in terms of the Zena Champion Pass, this is what people actually think. I thought it would be good to see a poll so people could answer anonymously. We've had like maybe a day or so to think about it as well. But in terms of, are you going to get the Zena Pass? 3% said yes, it's worth it. 14% said yes, but it should be better. I am in that 14% range, by the way. Usually, again, because as you know, for me, right, as you know, I realistically am a fairly low spender. Spend maybe 20, 25 bucks a month. I do buy most of the Forge passes now. I have been buying. I didn't buy a lot of them. And then I actually kind of regretted it because we've got like the Deadwood Jedi faction games, like content creator faction games on the test server, right? Every year now. And it feels really bad. Even like he does clan boss tournaments and Hydra tournaments. It does feel bad sometimes, right? Because you don't have the gear sets. Like Defiant would have been really good for a couple of those tournaments. It would have been great. So like for clan boss, Demon Lord stuff especially. So I really like to get the Forge Pass stuff, especially for that as a content creator. And then I get the daily gem pack often as well. So it's sort of like 10 bucks a month on the daily gem pack, and then 20 bucks on a Forge Pass every month and a half or so. So about 25, maybe, 25, 30 bucks a month. going an extra 40 bucks on top of that for Zena, that's really over doubling the budget, right? It's quite a lot for me, but as a content creator, I'm kind of aware. I feel like I do sort of underspend generally as a content creator. I did try to spend more for a while. I was like, this is silly. I should spend more. Do more videos, do bigger, better teams with more damage and stuff, and attracts new viewers. But it just sort of killed my enthusiasm a little bit, so I haven't really done it much. But anyway, well, sidetrack. I would still pick yes, it should be better, but certainly, if I was a big spender, it's definitely worth it, I think, for a big spender. But that's sort of, it sort of depends how you look at it. 22% said no, I can't afford it, or I'm free to play. And 61% massively so saying no, it's not worth it. So yeah, I feel like we'll see how this changes. I'm sort of expecting, in the end, I think it's easier to say no on a poll right now. And there's definitely, I feel, going to be some people will say no right now and then will change their minds, right? It'll be Christmas and they'll be like, you know what? Screw it. I'll buy Zena for fun, right? I think there will be a small number of people who do that. I am sort of expecting at the end of the day, it will probably be like 20% bought it, 80% didn't, maybe 25% bought it, 75% didn't. I do think it's going to swing more towards yes over time. I just think that's likely. It will also depend, like if nobody uses Zena in high-end arena, or anything like that, like if she doesn't really see much use, maybe it won't swing at all. People be like, I actually really don't need this champion, and nothing will happen. Whereas if Zena does do some cool stuff, I think it could swing even more. Like if Zena becomes obviously very powerful, and I don't know which way that's going to go. But if she did, I could easily see it swinging to like 30% even could buy it in the end. Might go back on their initial thoughts and change. But we'll see. I'm curious to see how it's going to go. To be honest, I sort of expected the no, it's not worth it to be bigger based off of the reaction to the initial video, but and sort of people's initial reaction. So it seems like, honestly, it's even sort of more swung a bit back already. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I would have said like 99% of the comments I saw would have been saying, no, it's not worth it. Right now it's down to 61%. So that's quite a difference, right? There definitely were not 3% comments saying, yes, it's worth it. It was much less than that. So it has shifted a bit already, I think. But it's certainly interesting. And yeah, like I said, it's quite possible that this tournament has changed because of that. And if it has, great. We're all going to benefit, get a cool skin for Trunda or New. And it's likely not even to get in the way of the next fusion. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I will catch you all tomorrow for more. Goodbye.